Welcome to the Hitch List, a podcast for wedding lovers, planners, and party people. We're your hosts, Abby.
And I'm Cassidy, two seasoned event vendors spilling the champagne on what really goes on behind the scenes.
From the planning stage to the final send-off, we're diving into everything events. Brides, grooms, planners, parties, vendors, and the wild stuff no one tells you about.
Whether you're planning your dream day, you're knee-deep in vendor contracts, or working in the industry, we've got the tips, tea, and timeline talk to keep you sane.
This is the Hitch List, where we plan, party, and celebrate every detail. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Hitch List podcast, where we get you hitched without a hitch. LOL. Today we have a different interview style than what we have done so far. So instead of a wedding or event vendor, we have a recently married couple here with us, Savannah and Tyler. They are joining us today to talk a little bit about their experience in planning the wedding, what life has been like since they got married, how different it is. It's really not that different, but we're going to touch on that a little bit. I am missing my co-host again today. We had a last-minute scheduling conflict, but no big deal. So let's just jump right into it. So Savannah and Tyler, how are you guys doing? Tell me a little bit about yourselves. That I know I already know them, but our listeners don't. So how are you guys?
I am good. I'm Savannah. We got married December 15th, so we are almost getting up to our 1-year anniversary.
Yes.
We will be taking an anniversary trip to the Bahamas.
Ooh.
So we are excited. We went to St. Lucia for our honeymoon, and he gets mad at me because I keep calling it our honeymoon. And I'm like, no, it's our anniversary.
She does. She's saying, we're going on our honeymoon. I'm like, we've already been.
Call
What
it
are
a
you talking
honeymoon
about?
every time.
Every year's our honeymoon.
Yes. I love that. My husband and I kind of did a similar thing. Like, we did a really small trip right after we got married, and then did a bigger trip later on, and then now every year for our anniversary we try to do something.
I know, it's fun. We look forward to doing
It's
like
a
a
good
trip every single year.
Yeah, it's a good excuse
Oh, for sure.
to go do that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so tell me what you guys do.
I'm a
Like,
nurse.
for a living?
I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for like 3 years now, almost 3 years.
And you started nursing right out of college, right?
Yes, right out of college as a new grad. I went to labor and delivery, did that for 2.5 years, delivered some sweet little babies, and now I work at a clinic doing eye surgery.
Ah, surgery, that's crazy.
Yes.
So I went the complete opposite route. I didn't go to nursing school. So I went to junior college, and then went to Tulane University after that. Got drafted by the Colorado Rockies. Played with them for 3 years. So I'm still in the baseball world right now. I just got released this past spring training, and then it was right after we got married, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm navigating my way through the Savannah Bananas organization.
Yes, I've been seeing that all over social media. Love it. I know that is super duper
It's
exciting.
It's stressful. It's
Different
stressful.
world. Well, I mean, what? I don't want to say what does that look like, because I mean, you join the team and then you go to where like y'all would move. I'm
We would
assuming.
move to Savannah, Georgia.
What? How do they make those selections?
So
like,
this is their first year
Doing
that
this.
they're doing a banana ball draft.
Okay.
So what they're
So
doing
they're
right
figuring
now,
it out,
they're
too.
figuring it out along the way as well. This is their first year doing that. Prior to this, they were just doing like tryouts.
Mm-hmm.
They would have tryout dates. You just show up. If you got invited, you put in an application for it. Obviously, you send in a video. They'll bring you out to whatever the location that they have. And they'll have a bunch of tryouts out there, and then that's how you would get on. Now, they're still doing that. They're still doing the tryouts, but they had a visitors team that was a 6-week contract.
Which you were
Which I was a
on,
part
right?
of.
Okay.
It was like a developmental team. Think
How
about
did you
it.
get on that?
So when I got released, I went home for 2 weeks. Well, actually, I stayed out in Arizona for a week trying to get picked back up, and it just didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. Life happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then they actually reached out to me through Instagram.
Wow.
Sent me his number. I was like, I really don't kind of know about this, but
I was like, that's
Is
a
this a
different version
scam?
of baseball.
Right. And so he ended up calling me, and then I went out there a week later actually, because at first he was like, "How do you feel about it?" I was like, we'll see. I like what I see, but I don't know. Like my mindset was still in the pro ball, so it's like I really didn't know what to think of it yet.
Just reframing.
Yes, because I literally just got snipped, and I was like, man, I don't know about this yet. So he ended up calling me back, was like, so how do you feel about it? I'm like, I want to give it a
Sure.
shot. He goes, all right, well, meet me in Atlanta in 3 days. We're like, all right, we're going to Atlanta then. So I met him in Atlanta, threw a bullpen for him. After that, went home. So I'm like, did I make it?
That just wastes my time.
Yeah.
And he ended up calling me back and was like, hey, we would like for you to be a part of the visitors. So
Okay.
a month went by and I went back out there again. Came back home. I took it upon myself to go, we took it upon ourselves to, I'm going back out here because this is it right here for baseball if I'm going to continue playing. And she was like, go do it. So I was like, I need to go back out there, be in front of the coaches. So I went back out there again. Me and a buddy that was on the visitors got an Airbnb together, trained for another 6 weeks, and then I came back home probably, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And now I'm in another waiting period to figure out what's about to happen. So, but like I said, this is the first year that they're doing it a little differently. They're having a banana ball draft.
Okay.
One of the new teams will be playing at the Shucker Stadium.
One of the new teams, the Loco Beach Coconuts, they'll be playing in Biloxi, Mississippi.
So you have a
next year.
potential to be on that.
Yes. I could be on any of the 6, but I have a potential to be on the Coconuts. We'll see.
Right.
Fingers crossed.
Right. See, because you're from Laurel.
Yes.
Are you from Laurel? Where's your family?
I'm from Mobile, Alabama.
From Mobile.
Yep.
Okay.
Born and raised from Mobile.
Okay. So I want to know. I kind of know a little bit about how y'all met, but I want to hear it from maybe your perspective.
Let's do my perspective before hers, because she's going to say
Well,
something totally different.
I've heard Savannah's perspective before, and then I want to know how the engagement went and like.
Okay, the proposal.
Alright.
Yes, how the proposal went.
I'll let her say that part.
Probably from both of y'all's perspective. Just
Okay.
it's different from the guy's perspective and how you knew she was the one.
Well, we'll start off with how we met.
Okay.
So I grew up with a guy named Austin Izio. We played Little League together, went through middle school. We were supposed to go to high school together. Bad kid, he got kicked out. Ended up going over to Mississippi. Long story short, I went to JUCO, so we kind of stayed. We both went to a Mississippi junior college, so we stayed kind of connected that way. And then he ended up going to Southern Miss, which is where he met her.
Okay.
I still didn't know who she was at that time. I was at Tulane. Right when I got...
Y'all just ended up like in a class together or something?
Me and Izzy.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Okay.
met through like mutual friends.
Okay.
So right
We
when I
actually
got
went to our little
drafted...
sorority date parties with girls.
Funny story about
Okay.
that. I actually
Crashed one of our sorority
crashed one of
parties.
them.
To go hang out with him.
Yeah. I didn't know who they were. Like, again,
And then
I
we were
still
all
haven't
like,
met
That's
her.
how I met my
Interesting,
husband.
you
He crashed a fraternity formal to hang out with his brothers that I was at with another date.
That's
funny.
funny.
That's funny. We were joking about it all the time. Like, hey, yeah, I remember crashing this party. I know exactly what he was wearing. And she was like, you were there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
I was like, we were all mad that y'all showed up.
Still
I
haven't
love
met yet at that
that.
point.
Okay.
I got drafted in 2022. And then right after, it was like literally like a couple days. I think I got drafted like on a Thursday. And then she added me on Snapchat like on a Saturday. Like the next couple
That
days.
Snapchat era.
And he was like, hey, this girl's gonna, actually his words, hey, this chick, she'll add you on Snapchat soon. I was like, okay, sounds good. I didn't think anything of it, and I leave. Like we started Snapchatting then, but I was out. So I was out in Arizona for 3 months.
Like the streaks every day or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
that was
right.
basically all it was, just the one picture.
Lily streaks, and she kept saying, no, we've been talking. I'm like, I don't remember us talking. Maybe a streak picture, but we've had conversations. Like, okay, how's your day? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I came home, and me and him actually went to the casino, hanging out, whatever, and he was like, hey, let's see what Savannah's doing. I was like, sure. So we ended up meeting at the DAC shop downtown Ocean Springs. So I like to say it. Where'd y'all meet? We met at a bar.
Yeah.
But we did not.
We met at a bar. The first time that I gave her a hug and introduced myself, we were at a bar. We were clicking drinks together. What you want? What you want to drink? That was how we met. So
I love that.
and really from that point on, the rest is history.
Pretty much.
So hang on. Why did you want to add him on Snapchat?
So me and Austin Izio had this little thing. He was like, you send me some cute girls, trying to help me find my wife.
Okay.
And I was like, I always send you these girls and you never send me a guy.
And he was like, well, I got my buddy.
Yeah, and he said, I got one for you. And I was like, okay.
And then this is what I heard. I heard that she said, "This is all you got." Like you're only.
It was just one, and I
like,
sent him like 10.
And then he said, "That's all you need." He said, "That's all you need. Trust me."
Okay. I love it. That makes sense. That's perfect. I love that.
He was like, no, that's your husband one day. And I was like, yeah, right. And now that's my husband.
That's so cool.
Yes.
You said the rest is history. Y'all didn't stop talking after that, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Right.
So then how did the proposal come about?
I mean, it was pretty quick.
Yeah, a year later.
It was pretty quick. Go into it.
So I kind of had a feeling that he was going to propose. I always plan our trips.
Did you know already, though, like, okay, yeah, this is...
Yes,
Well,
we did have...
When I got out, this is kind of how I knew. When I got out, we were hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
I met her family. Everything was great. Hey, I'm leaving for 8 months. And I don't think she really knew, like, okay, but, like, no, for real, like, I'm out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And then I left. And then she wanted to start coming out to see me. Well, first of all, I can back up and just say this. Spring training, we've been hanging out for what, 4 months? She comes out there, hey, I want to come out and see you in spring training. All right, come on, come to Scottsdale. Nicest town out here. I go to the field. She comes out for a week. I go to the field. I come back, like, hey, you want to go get dinner? You want to go drink by the pool? Like, what you want to do? She goes, no, we got pictures. I said, what are you talking about? We have pictures. Yeah, we got to go get you a shirt. Like, you paid somebody? We're going to go get pictures taken?
I was like, yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like, we're going to go up in the mountains and
He
go
was like,
take
with the
pictures.
photographer?
I was like, oh, all right, I guess
love
this
it.
is for real. This is it. I guess
Were
we're taking
y'all,
pictures.
like, official? Like,
We were official.
okay.
Like, we were dating, but it was like, it was
Like
one of those.
4 months in and I already
Yeah.
wanted professional pictures.
Yeah, I was like, all right,
Do
well,
your
this
thing,
is
girl.
kind of, this is new. Like, this is really, what are we doing this for? But, all right, cool. I like them. I like the pictures. But then throughout the year, she kept wanting to come out, So I was kind of like, all right, she kind of knows this lifestyle, I guess. This is how it's going to be. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well.
willing to make
Yeah.
it work despite...
Yeah, I mean, because most people could have just, or most girls could have just been like, I'm, vice versa. I mean, they could have been,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
My husband has shared that with me. After we met, I still had a year left in college, of 4.5 hours from here, and he's down here on the coast. And he tells me now, I remember thinking several times, like, what in the world am I doing with this girl? 4 hours from me,
Right.
senior in college, like, yeah, I trust her, quotes, trust, but, like, we don't really know each other. Like, are we really doing this long distance thing? She don't know what she's doing when she graduates.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
but then you're talking about 5 months in, and then now spring training's over, and
Mhm.
I'm even further away. I'm in Fresno, California now.
Mm.
And so it was just like, I'm gone. Are we still going to do this? And
I love
Sure
doing
enough.
long distance.
Sure can.
I feel like it made our relationship stronger.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
no doubt.
I mean,
No
people
doubt.
say that it does, and
Yeah.
I
No, I'm not saying it was easy, because it wasn't. Especially the hardest one was the following year, when I did propose. It was great the whole off season, but then I leave again. I saw her one time in 8 months.
Yeah.
4 months without it, 8 months, or week, 4 months again.
Mm-hmm.
That was the hardest one.
Yeah.
First
were you
one
out of
wasn't.
school yet?
Yes, I was working.
So you were working, so you
and we were
couldn't-
planning the wedding.
Well, that was
so we
another
had
thing
a
too. Like
lot.
once we met, I'm like, "You still in college?" Nope. Okay, what's your name? She would have said she was still in college. I'd have been like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, being able to go visit like that
Oh, for sure. Especially my schedule, working like 3 days a week. I was able to
Exactly.
go.
yeah. Had
That's
you been in
nice.
school?
Yeah, I graduated that December that we
Yeah.
met, basically.
Yeah, had she been in school, she wouldn't have been able to come
Or
out at all.
much less frequently,
Maybe
or
your summer-
just a
or
weekend, and
summertime.
at that point, flying across the country
For a
is
weekend
not
was the
even worth
point.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was a full day of flights.
Yeah.
It aligned perfectly. And we finally met and hung out.
That's how you know it's meant to be.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so after proposal, it got harder.
Yes.
Got harder just the whole year because
Mhm.
And
she
it
was
hard to
planning
plan
it
our
and I was
wedding.
gone.
Yeah.
She'd call me, what, do you want this or that? And I would tell her what I want, and then she would do the complete opposite. So I'm like, why'd you ask me? I'm 30.
I wanted your opinion.
You
but
wanted
I was
my
gonna
opinion
go
while
with
I'm
it.
36 hours away, and you didn't even want my opinion at the end of the day. You just went the complete opposite. So I'm like, you know what? Just don't ask me anything else. Whatever you want to do, go for it, baby.
I mean, that's the correct answer there. Whatever you want to do, go for it, baby. But I like that you asked still, also.
She asked. She wanted me to be involved, but then again, she didn't want to be involved. So.
She just wanted you present so
That's
that
right,
you
that's
could
right.
go to the meetings and the tastings and all the fun
Yes.
stuff
That's
together.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
No. Okay. Wait. Tell me how the proposal happened, though. You said you had a feeling it was
Okay,
coming.
yes. So I always plan our trips and stuff, and he had this weekend planned in Fairhope. And I was like, that's kind of weird that you plan this, because I always plan everything. And so he plans this weekend, tells me we're going to, like, a nice dinner, I need to pick out a nice dress, all this stuff. And we had obviously looked at rings, I guess, like 2 months before.
Right when I got home.
Yeah, September,
September.
and he proposed December. So I already knew he, knew what ring I
Thinking
wanted.
about it,
Yes.
yeah.
And so he walked me to the beach. Obviously, like, his underarms are so sweaty. He's like barely can talk, crying already, and I'm just like standing there. He didn't have a sign or anything because he said he had this speech planned. The speech did not happen.
I don't remember nothing.
He
Blacked
literally,
out.
yes, literally just started crying and then got on his knee, and I was like, well, I guess this is it.
Are you asking me or not?
Yeah.
It's funny talking about that. Like people always like, what if I mess up, or I want to plan this. I'm like, dude, I promise you, in the moment, you're not even going to remember what you said. Don't
No,
even plan a speech because you're not going to say it.
I know, my mom was like, I can get you a big sign. He was like, no, I have this good speech that I'm going to do. And yeah, he said no words.
Zero. It was,
But it was
blur.
That is so adorable.
Yes.
I love that. That's so funny, the blackout thing, because that's very
Yes.
true. And I feel like I tell couples this, like, before they walk down the aisle even, and, like, at rehearsals especially, I'm like, most people are gonna literally black out, like, when
I think all of our
you
family
get in
blacked
front
out
of
too.
people.
I
because
blacked out all day.
you're not... well, most
I
people
don't know
are
if you
not-
remember.
Not in front... I do.
Tyler was
So
very
I'm like,
emotional
I
for
was
our
blacked
wedding.
out.
okay,
day.
this is what we're gonna do next, and you'd be like, okay, just do it.
I mean, I blacked out the moment I woke up. It's like, all right, here I am.
We've talked about this in another episode with Gulf Coast wedding officiant Misty. She says that explicitly, like, most couples don't realize how it's gonna hit them until
The
they're
day
in the
of,
moment and
yeah.
it's hitting them, and then afterwards they're like, wow, I didn't, like, all I was doing is standing there and you were talking to me and I was holding my fiance's hands and then we got married. But the gravity of it doesn't, like, settle on you, because whether guys admit it or not, girls definitely do. Like, we think about our wedding day a lot of the time.
Mhm.
Like, not necessarily fantasizing about it, but, like, we think about how it's going to be from the time that you're old enough to understand, like, your mom and dad being married even.
Yeah.
You think about
For sure.
what that moment is and what it's going to
Mhm.
feel like, and so you look forward to that, and then when it happens to you, it's like, oh, this is really happening to me.
Yes.
So it's
I
crazy.
loved our wedding though.
Yes, I loved y'all's wedding too. I want to know, okay, so proposal happened. Tyler doesn't know what happened.
The only thing I remember is getting there.
And he
And
didn't
then-
talk to me the entire drive to Fairhope either, because he proposed in Fairhope
Oh,
too.
you're talking about that, yeah.
So that's why I kind of got married there. But yeah, did not talk to me the entire drive there. I honestly thought he was like mad or something. I was like, he's either proposing or like he's about to break up with me, because we have not talked this
I don't
entire
know which
weekend.
one's happening.
Yes,
How are we
and
gonna
like
break
we were
up?
getting
Dinner.
ready.
We ain't
he
breaking
doesn't
up. I'm
talk.
taking her at the Grand Hotel.
Okay, but you did not talk to me once. Even like walking to our little dinner.
If people
Did not talk to me.
are watching this and you know how much the Grand Hotel is, you know that I'm not driving there to break up with her.
Maybe you were trying to let her down.
At the time, I could
easy.
only afford one night. Oh, and then
Oh
our
my
room got
gosh.
flooded that night too.
Oh
So.
yeah, I forgot about that. So after all this happens, we get.
And I broke her Polaroid camera.
Yeah, that too.
The nerves, man.
Yeah. So we got engaged, ate dinner with our parents, because our parents and siblings came.
Came in surprise.
Yes. Ate dinner
You did
together.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
I had a photographer.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes. So we go back to our room, and I step foot, and I'm like, my feet are wet. And
Is it
so-
carpet? Is
Yes, and like we're sinking, like completely. Like if you put your foot down, your toes are like underwater.
Like water's coming up.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so we look in the shower and like nothing's leaking or anything. We call it was like coming up from
There's
something.
like a leak or
There's a
something.
leak
Yes,
from
but our
somewhere.
Oh my
entire like
gosh.
luggage, everything was just wet.
But they got you a new room.
This was
Yes.
at 2:30 in the morning while we're trying to DoorDash Sonic
Yes.
because we were kind of hungry.
So I'm eating my footlong coney in the bed, our new bed. And he was like, I paid for a king and now we're in a queen. I was like, it's fine.
2 queen beds, so
you
we're
probably
both
could have
separate
put
beds.
your foot down. You probably could have put your foot down and gotten a refund.
Yeah.
And
I
then
know.
Tyler was like, you eat the coney in that bed and we'll sleep in this one. I was like,
We were
okay.
eating in one bed. You know, we got
yeah, crumbs.
tater
it's
tots
fine.
and chili cheese.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Well,
That's
it was
great.
sweet.
But y'all, again, like you're gonna share that story forever, and with
Yeah.
your
Oh,
kids,
I'll always remember it.
like absolutely. That's great. Okay, so proposal happened, and then wedding planning started.
Yeah.
So your wedding was end of 2024. So y'all got engaged
December 9th
Of
of 23.
2023.
23. So it was a
Pretty
year
much exactly a year.
that you planned. Okay, so for our listeners, Savannah and Tyler's wedding was a little bit different than what would be, I guess, like your full-on traditional wedding. They did an intimate ceremony with just their family and then had all of their friends and family come for kind of like an after party
Yeah.
reception type deal. And it was a really cool concept. They hired Bamari, my company, to coordinate for them. So when Savannah shared the concept with me, I was obviously immediately intrigued. It was really a cool thing that I don't get to do that often. So I want to know, why did y'all decide to do that? Like, were you planning for something big, traditional, like normal in the beginning? Was it always going to be more of an elopement style? Like, how did that start?
So I've never been that girl that like wanted a wedding at all. Like I've just never been that girl that I guess that romanticized about a wedding. So I was like, I just want to elope somewhere, like go to the Bahamas, get married, just me and
The
you.
destination fun,
Yes.
yeah.
And Tyler was the complete opposite. Even being
I
a
wanted
guy,
to
was like, he was
party.
like, I want this huge, like 900 people. If we haven't talked to him in 20 years, I don't care. Like we're throwing down. I was like, no, we're gonna meet in the middle.
That's
So-
exactly what y'all did.
So we did our ceremony, just our immediate, obviously family, just parents, grandparents, siblings, and then compromised with the big after party, which we
Okay.
absolutely love, and we're
Yeah,
glad that
yeah.
we did it
Yeah.
like that.
It was
Especially
tough.
close.
I mean, it was a tough route when we first got engaged. Really. I mean,
Yeah,
there was a
'cause we
lot
had
of we were
such
butting
different
heads.
views
We were
of
butting
it.
heads about it.
Had y'all
Yeah.
talked about that before getting engaged?
I mean, somewhat,
I had
but
said, okay.
she said, you know, she wanted something small, nothing crazy, and then it was all of a sudden like, I don't want anybody. I want family, like literally intermediate, like mom, dad, brother, sister.
Mm-hmm. Not even cousin Sally.
No,
Mm-mm.
and it was like, I mean, I'm gonna want. I don't care if we go have a small little wedding, but let's go throw a banger.
I do want to
Like,
celebrate
I
with my
wanna
people,
celebrate.
yeah.
Like because she was really into the. This is intimate. It's about me and you.
It's about me
not
and
about
nothing else, yeah.
Uncle Sam over there, which I was, you know, trying to understand that part, which it is about me and you. But at the end of the day, it's like I still wanted. This is a
Yeah.
once in a lifetime thing.
That
as
he
you
wanted
want it to
everyone
be.
Yeah.
That it's like I still want to celebrate with, you know, my people, my
Yeah.
friends, your
Yeah.
friends, because I know at the end of the day, you might think that you want this, but you still want to look back and be like, I still had my friends there involved in it, and still had a great time doing it. So we were butting heads about that, and we finally, she came to it. Well, first of all, I was kind of like, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, we're done, but I was like, hey, look, we'll put the wedding off, put it off. Like it doesn't matter. Like right now, like we don't have to get married next year.
We're stressing ourselves out
Yeah, like,
for
there was-
no reason.
We're engaged. We can
Yeah,
stay
you can
engaged
wait
for
longer.
5 years. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You got a ring on your hand. I don't, but you do. I mean, but you know, that's all that
They
matters.
make male engagement rings.
And one day, she texted me in the morning. I forgot where I was. I want to say I was
Just
gone.
had that thought. You probably had like a dream
I
about
randomly
it.
thought about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
why don't we just do it?
'Cause I was already-
ceremony,
yeah.
And then, not that I've ever seen anybody do it, but I don't regret it at all.
I already left.
And all
for
my
spring
friends that
training.
went to the wedding actually have complimented us a million times since.
Yeah.
They were like, that was
Well,
Awesome.
both viewpoints are very valid and very
Mhm.
real, and there are pros and cons to both,
Mhm.
100%. So the way that y'all went about it, I think, was, the right way. Yeah.
Because I already left and went out to spring training. Like I'm already this is proposed on December 9th, so the rest of December, January, February, 3 months go by, and we're not clicking on it.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it doesn't
I'll
help
leave.
that I was working night shift. The
Yeah.
2-hour time difference. Like, we maybe talked like 3 hours
It
a
was
day.
stressful,
Yeah.
and
And then she texted me out of nowhere and was like, literally, I didn't even get a good morning text. I got a, hey, how do you feel about a 75 to 100 people reception? Perfect. Start planning then. And then that's when we started planning. Like, I was like, all right, we're good.
yeah.
She was like, but I still want the intimate ceremony. I said, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we can just go get married with a priest. It's me and you. Like, whatever.
Well,
you know,
and
it's,
so I guess that's another concept that couples will do. Like, they'll go. A close friend of mine, they did a ceremony out on the beach, and it was literally, I don't even think they had their parents there. It
Mhm,
was
just them two.
they had me there as a witness, but that's not necessarily required anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Me, the groom's like best friend, best man, and then their pastor. And they got married, and then they did the whole wedding thing later. They still had a ceremony, but couples do that. They go to the courthouse, they do whatever, and then they have the reception either at a later date or a different location.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all's was unique in that it was
The
same day, same location, and the invitation was, I remember seeing the invitation and loving the wording that was used,
Yes.
because it was almost letting your guests know, like, we've already had the ceremony earlier today, like, this is legit, we're in a real garb, like, we didn't
Dressed
go
up
get
for
married
this,
later
yeah.
and then put the wedding attire back on.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Which, symbolism is a thing, obviously, but it was just different in those ways, I think.
Now, I say that, you know, I wanted to just go get married with a priest, me and you, and leave, take it back. I mean, I really did want my parents there
Yeah.
more than anything. I know that sometimes that she was like, I don't care. But I look at it as, when we have kids, if my son or daughter came to me and was like, I don't want you at my wedding, boy, girl, what do you think when we were talking about?
How can you like?
Then I'm not, go pay for it then.
Yeah.
Or, you know, go.
I know what you mean.
I'm going to be,
Yeah,
I
well,
want to
that's
see
what I
my
mean.
kids
Both
get married, you
viewpoints
know,
are-
so.
There's pros and cons to so
Right.
many of them.
Mm-hmm.
And did you ever not want your parents there, or like wanted it just to be elopement with just the two of y'all?
I wouldn't have been opposed to it, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're so close to your mama.
I don't
Does
regret it
she
at all,
know?
though. Like, I'm so glad that we did it the way we did. My
No,
mom's
I
so,
am
like,
glad. I'm glad
I
we did
know.
you
that.
have it your way. Like,
I know.
but, yeah.
But you know, deep down, you wouldn't have gotten the pictures of your mom zipping up your dress. You wouldn't be able to post them on TikTok like you do.
Do not.
No, I don't mind TikTok. But
yeah,
yeah,
go watch
I'm
my
glad we did it the way we
TikToks.
did. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Yeah.
And we've literally had all of our friends like, I want to
Oh,
do
that's
a wedding
perfect.
just like you. I want to do a wedding just like you.
Also, the color palette.
And I loved our color palette too.
The color palette, that was like the coolest thing. Like, I've had couples do that, request that, put it on invitations, whatever. But it worked out
So good.
good.
Especially with the venue.
I was
the blues
impressed.
and stuff. Were,
Yes.
I
Okay,
love
how did you find the venue?
I think I found it on Facebook actually.
Were you just
we were
looking in
at,
that
like,
area?
Smaller venues.
We were just looking at smaller venues.
Just smaller venues, because most venues we had looked at were, you know, you have to have it all weekend, or it has to have 400
Yeah.
people, and I'm like, well, that's immediately not us.
Yeah.
I found that venue, and I was like, look, we're kind of wanting, not an elopement, but like a smaller, very intimate ceremony, and they were immediately open to it, and like, do what you want, like, just super.
Were you already looking in the Fairhope area because that's where y'all had
We
gotten
had
engaged?
looked at Fairhope a couple times, yes, and I came across
Yeah,
that
she was just
one.
kind of looking everywhere.
Yeah. Just like
within
coast
a
area to our
2 hour
family.
range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours that way, 2
Like, I
hours this
remember
way.
us looking at like the Henry Smith House. We looked at several little venues like that.
Yeah.
Just not huge ones.
So venue was first?
Yes, we did the venue first.
Okay. What was that?
Well, she was like, she started talking about it. Like, what do you think about this Fairhope one? She's like, I think it's pretty cool. Because she was like, well, we got engaged here. Kind of cool if we got married here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we
That's
found
one
that
reason
one.
why we fell in love with it even
Then we
more.
went and looked at it, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I like it was an outside inside type area. So like
Best of both
that was
worlds.
cool.
And they were
It's
building
not
the
like you're-
chapel. The chapel was
yeah.
so beautiful. You know?
It's not like you were stuck inside. Like it was
Yeah.
garage doors open. I don't know if they're called garage doors, but doors are open and
Right.
you got both, which
The
I
breezeway
love.
on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
What about, do y'all regret not using the chapel at all? Other than for photos and getting ready?
Honestly, no. I love that we did it by like the little outside
Where it
area.
was. Yeah. I mean, I think it worked out
wonderful.
wonderful.
I think if we would have got married inside, I probably really would have passed out. So
He needed the fresh
I
air.
needed the fresh air for sure.
Yes. And it wasn't cool yet at all.
Mm-mm,
Like,
it wasn't.
I
No,
feel
it's already
like-
cooler right now
yeah, I
than
was
it
going to
was.
say, I feel like this year's already a little bit different because
Yeah, it's already
Yeah.
getting
you need
freezing.
sweaters now,
Yeah.
and
Right.
you did not then. I was running around sweating
I know. And pregnant. Very
despite
pregnant
the
with
two
twins.
children in my belly at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess, like, more along the lines of what you would want to tell other couples, engaged couples. Like, you're talking about how stressful it was when you first got engaged. Y'all were butting heads. The distance obviously played a factor in that too. But I feel like a lot of couples experience that stressor. Like, as soon as they get engaged, they feel this pressure to
Immediately
start
planning.
planning and like make all these decisions, and it sucks. Like, I find myself giving that advice to couples sometimes is remember to enjoy that you're engaged. Remember it's all okay. Like, take a night off and go on a real date. Don't make everything in your relationship about the wedding.
And
What
I think
would
that's
y'all
that's
say?
what made our kind of life, I guess, easier, in the sense that I wasn't home every day. So it's
Yeah.
not like we were looking at each other face to face, constantly bringing it up.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like kind of a time to like relax about it. I don't have to come home right now to see
gotta
you to
be
talk.
you
Yeah,
when you
to
do
take,
all
yeah.
this.
Like it was. So that's what made it kind of easier, instead of butting heads constantly every day about it.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't there to butt heads anymore. I left.
But do you
So
feel
it's
like when y'all talked, I mean, do y'all text and talked on phone, FaceTimed? Was it always about the wedding?
No, I wouldn't say
not
Okay.
so.
really,
No. No, once it was, because we stopped talking about it. Like, seriously, it was 2 weeks we did not talk about wedding stuff, because I was like calling it off right now. Like, we're just gonna take time off. We'll figure it out later. It's no big deal.
You didn't get engaged to feel this pressure and
Yeah,
stress
like, I
about
was like,
it.
it's fine. Like, if I know that we're disagreeing about things, which is part of it, but
Mhm.
just we're engaged. Like, that's not gonna change. We're gonna get married, so just take time. We don't have to get married tomorrow.
Yeah.
I always tell
So
my
it-
friends that I'm like, as soon as you get engaged, just enjoy it for a little bit. Like, take
Yeah.
a few
Yeah.
weeks off, think about it, obviously, in the back of your head, but don't immediately feel like you have to plan it the next day.
Right.
Like, I know as soon as my friend just got engaged, everyone's like, when's the wedding date? I'm like, leave her alone, y'all.
Yeah.
But that's just what people cling
That's
to, I
society
guess.
pressure,
Yes,
yeah.
for sure.
But that's a wonderful piece of advice. Like, you're engaged. It's okay. That's not. That
It's not
didn't
normal to
start
have
a
your wedding
timer.
date and venue picked out the next day.
Well, just because you got engaged didn't start a timer.
Yeah.
Right.
That there's an
agree.
expiration date on it. Like, you can be engaged as long as you need to. So breathe and take a moment.
Mhm. For
So-
sure.
And that's what we did. I mean,
Remembering
like I said,
that.
we put it on hold.
Mhm.
I mean, we didn't talk about wedding stuff for a month. Whole month. Like I said, I woke up to that text. How do you feel about this? I said, start planning. Now we're good.
And you started planning.
That's when we started planning. So
Yes.
So, is there anything during your planning processes that you would have done differently?
I don't think so. I feel like I planned the majority of it, but I feel like everything worked out the way it did.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I stressed about a lot of stuff that at the end of the day didn't matter.
Yeah. But that was more so just because you'd never done that before,
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Like,
Yeah, we look back and we were like on our wedding day and we were like, we didn't have to worry about any of that.
Like
like
the-
once
like
it's
there
done
were-
and over
yeah,
with, you
like-
really don't have to.
Yeah.
speaking of certain things like that, like talking about food. Well, she wanted this food. Well, I wanted this food.
do you even
At the end
remember
of the day, we didn't even eat.
eating?
Right. We
No.
didn't eat.
We didn't eat.
We had all that food and.
I don't even remember eating my own cake. So it was
Yeah.
like just certain little things. Like she was like, the little things that she wanted done right. That's just how she is, which I love about her. But at the end of the day, I'm like, honey, do you remember that on the table? Nope.
But now,
So it's
if
like-
I had said that to you before wedding day, like, quit stressing about the food, you're not even going to remember what you eat, you wouldn't have.
Oh no.
You'd have been like, what are you talking about?
You
Yes,
know,
I'm
I'm
This
gonna
is
like,
the
eat.
I am
biggest
gonna
deal.
eat.
Yeah.
I'm eating. Yeah. So that was
No,
big saying, no, there's no regrets. The only advice that I would give is don't worry about the little stuff. I mean, because you're not even going to remember the little stuff.
Well, and all of this is in hindsight for y'all. Like, literally, the phrase "hindsight is 20/20."
Mhm.
That's why that phrase exists,
Yeah, for sure.
because it applies to everything.
And everyone stresses about it there. I'm like, please don't. My friends are like, should I put a flower arch here or here? And I'm like, it's not gonna matter. I promise.
Yeah, like
But-
in a year from now, you think somebody's going to say, "Where'd you put your flower arch?" Baby, I have no idea.
Unless they're planning their own wedding
Yeah.
Yes,
and
and
really need to
asking,
know
yeah.
at the same venue,
Yeah.
And I think that's another mark of when you're going through the planning process, like, your friends are going to turn to you when it is their turn. And,
Right.
Ask
well, how
advice
did you
and
navigate
stuff.
this?
Yeah.
And being able to provide well, I put my flower arch here because of X, Y, and Z
Mhm.
is valuable. That's what they're asking for. But also not just dismissing, why are you stressing about that? Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
They still came to you as a friend and
Yes, we have
wanted your
millions of people
valuable
that come
advice.
up to us and ask advice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a buddy. I'm actually in a wedding this weekend, and I remember a long time ago, once they got the venue set and everything, they asked me, what advice would you give us? The one thing that I said is do your first look. I was totally
We tell
against
that
it.
to everyone.
I know you were against it. I remember.
I didn't want it. Like, I
Mhm.
wanted to see you down the aisle. But every person that I've been involved in that has had a wedding, or even I haven't been a groomsman or anything, they take an hour and a half to get back into the reception.
Mhm.
So they were like, what's the one thing you do? I said, do your first look, get your pictures over with. Go still take some afterwards because you're going to, but you're not going to miss your reception. Like, make sure you're in there for that. Like,
Mhm.
that is the whole reason why people are here, not only to see you,
To
get
celebrate
married,
with
but
you.
they're here to
Celebrate
celebrate
with you.
now.
And if you're
Like, let's
gone
have a
the
good
entire
time
time.
tonight.
Mhm.
So if you are there gone the whole entire time, people are just kind of like,
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's a really big hot take in
First
the
looks.
vendor world
Oh, yeah.
is first looks, no first looks, why not? And there's conflicting viewpoints on all. Both options have pros and cons to
sure.
them. And it all comes down to your priorities and like
Mhm.
what is important to you on your day.
mhm.
Obviously, you've paid for your reception, you've spent all this money on food, alcohol, the venue, decorations, whatever the
wanna
case
enjoy it.
is. All your friends and family are there. You do need to go spend time with them.
Mhm.
But then another big factor is how long did you book your photographer for?
Mhm.
If you've got your photographer for 12 hours, it doesn't matter if you do first look or not. Your pictures are going to be taken.
Yeah.
All right.
If you have your photographer for 4 hours, you are on a bigger time crunch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe doing a first look is utilizing their time better because you need to get onto your reception so you can get pictures of that as
And
well.
out, yeah.
And those are all factors that probably you didn't think about when you were planning originally.
Mhm.
Like,
No, not at all.
in
You don't realize how much goes into your wedding day.
all of
until
those
you
little
start planning
details
it,
that
yeah.
don't matter in one hand but logistically affect
A lot.
how everything else happens.
I mean, even my parents were telling me, like, because they got married, can't tell you the year, don't remember, but they got married on a cruise ship. So they had a small one just like we did,
Mhm.
close friends and family. And they were like, hey, look, you're going to want to take your pictures prior because we didn't really know this. The reception, they only had a 2-hour window because it was on a cruise ship.
Ah.
So it's like, once the wedding was over, cleaning it all up, they set sail. Well, they only had a 2-hour crunch. Well, they took pictures after the ceremony for an hour and a half. They got back to the reception, it was over. People were already leaving, and they were like,
I will only
We're
get
just getting
30
here.
minutes
we're just
of
getting
this.
here.
Yeah.
So that was one thing they did tell me, like, hey, make sure you enjoy the
Well,
reception
and
because I
that,
didn't see any of
too,
it.
Probably could have been mitigated with more proper communication
Mhm.
Right.
between them, their vendors, all of that. Like,
I remember when I was
25
like planning
years
our
old.
wedding with my mom. She was like, "We didn't even do first looks back then. Like, I don't think that was a thing."
I was at my parents' wedding. I was running around. I was
I
one.
love that.
I was one. That's why, because I was born in '99, so I know they got.
I
Okay.
think it was
I-
2000. They
I
got
guess
married
it
on
was
April Fool's.
April Fool's Day. Yep, April Fool's Day. So I had to be. Yeah, I was born in September 1st, and then April 1st. That's when I got married.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, wedding industry is definitely much different. Those small details, I mean, they matter for sure. And that's where your coordinator, your planner comes in, of
Yes,
course.
we didn't have to
To
stress
make,
about
well,
anything.
to make you think about those little details.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's not just, oh, let me book my photographer. Do I do a first look or do I not do a first look?
Mhm.
And then how does it impact
Your
everything else?
timeline,
And
yeah.
your other things that you want, that you have compromised on and decided this is what we want to do, this is what's
Right.
important to us on this
Mhm.
wedding day. So how do we make sure that they happen properly
For sure.
and don't have us missing out on hanging out with our guests? What
Ours was perfectly timed out.
what about so going back to the color palette thing, you gave guests multiple
Shades of blue.
shades
Yes,
of blue,
I
like
gave
multiple
them a little
options.
card, and it had 4 different shades of blue. I forgot how I worded it. We'd like to see our guests.
See,
I don't
that's
know.
what-
It
see,
had
don't
like
show
a
us
cute
what
little
I don't remember.
saying. It had a cute little saying with the blue, and so they all did it.
Did anybody like ask about it, like ahead of time?
No,
Do I have
actually-
to wear this? Why?
I had one buddy ask me, you know, do I? Really, it was more of like,
think
do I
he was
need to wear
worried
a
about his
coat?
pants. Yeah. We had a couple guys ask, like, do we wear blue pants too? And I was like, no, it's not that deep.
Yeah, I did have a buddy ask
I
me
need to wear
that.
a solid blue
Yeah.
suit.
You wear khakis with a
The
sport
blue
blue.
shirt, yeah.
Yeah. That turned
Everyone
out so
followed through.
good.
Just don't wear red or white.
Right. Ooh, or white. No white. Okay, so y'all didn't have a wedding party. I think you had your cousin
Yes.
and your
That's
mom
my
getting
mom.
ready with you, and then you had your dad
Mhm.
with you, getting ready, but he wasn't standing up there with you. Cousin
Right.
didn't stand up there with you either.
No.
So y'all didn't have anybody up there
No.
during the ceremony with you. Do y'all ever think about possibly wishing you had had a wedding party?
I don't.
I mean, not necessarily. At first, like that's what I kind of wanted because that's just like
Well, you'd
that's what
look
you grew up
the
looking
typical,
at. Like
yeah.
that's just what you grew up looking at. But then again, I didn't have to go through the whole stressful. Who am I picking?
Trying to make numbers match. I know all my friends are like, I have to have 5 or he has 6, and I won't. That's a lot. I feel like I had so many friends right before us that got married, so I learned what not to do and what to do.
Well, you saw
from
what
them.
stressed them out.
Yes, the most. And a
more.
lot of it was like bridesmaid drama and stuff like that. And I was still able to, we'd had like my little friend group. We did a little batch trip. Like we did all
Yeah.
the things that you would normally do.
Yes.
Necessarily.
That's what I was going to say. Like, people get so
Worked up in the idea of it.
yeah, like, I have to have this many.
Yes.
It has to look like this. They have to stand here, blah, 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 matching dresses, matching colors, all this stuff. You can have a wedding party and they just be your friends that you hang out with before your wedding. You do
Yeah.
wedding related things with, and then you hang out with them at the reception.
And none of my friends were offended. Honestly, they were probably relieved because they didn't have to pick out a dress and hair and
And
makeup.
still
and
got
all
to
those.
do the bridesmaid stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
They probably also, you probably would have loved if they'd have come and sat with you and got, like, hung out with
Ready
you
and
getting
stuff,
ready.
yeah.
Like, it.
You can make your wedding your own day. Pick everything
Say
out.
it again.
Yep.
Say it louder into the microphone. That is it right there. And I feel like I don't think I had to tell you guys this a lot. I maybe mentioned it once or twice with questions, but when couples ask, well, what am I supposed to do?
It's your day.
Whatever you want to do. We
Mhm.
literally can have people turn around and face the back of the room during the ceremony if you don't want people looking at you.
Yeah.
Tyler would have loved that.
Oh, I'd have been great with that.
It's whatever you want to do. Like, if you want the traditional wedding and want to go by all the rules that society feels like
You need to
exist,
do, yeah.
sure, we can do that. But otherwise, we don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Mhm.
The point is, it's for your marriage, your union together.
Mhm.
Right.
And I wish couples could grasp that more.
I do too. I feel bad for some
Before-
couples because I'll be like, well, my parents are making me do this. And I'm glad that we had pretty much range to do whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
We were blessed in that aspect. No one
Yeah.
pressured us to have a certain.
She went on a
Wedding.
good little batch party. I didn't. So. Well,
You
I
golf.
could have. I just all my friends is in baseball,
Mhm.
whether it's pro ball, college coaching. So it just didn't really line up because when I finally got home, which was in late September, and I would try to plan a weekend to go to the beach or do whatever. It just
The
couldn't do
scheduling
anything.
would have
It just
never
wouldn't work.
worked.
Like 3 could come, the other 4 couldn't.
Right.
So it was like, okay, well that's why
Yeah.
are we gonna go spend this? Only 3 of y'all are coming, the other 4 are not. So I ended up just saying, hey, look, I'm gonna go down to the venue a day early, and we all got hotel rooms. Went and played golf all day. Went and had basically like a rehearsal dinner type thing, that we went and ate, and then
The ones that could make it, made it.
yeah, pretty much all of
Yeah.
them did. They were like, yeah, we'll be there the night before 'cause that's when we know
They
you're.
were already down there.
They're already down there,
Right.
and it was a weekend, so everybody was off.
Well, shoot,
And,
that was
uh,
the traditional way to do
Right.
them is the night
Yeah,
before the
worked
wedding.
out.
I think maybe it would have changed differently, blacking out the day before. Maybe I stayed up probably till 3 a.m. Probably couldn't really go to bed. I was still out and about roaming downtown Fairhope at 3 o'clock.
And I was so sorry. I was like, go to sleep. And he's like, no, I'm having fun with my friends. I'm like, this is not your
I
batch trip.
remember, I think literally the first couple of words you said to me ever was, do you have an Advil?
I
was
think
like,
I asked
hi
you.
And I
Tyler,
didn't.
I'm
I'm
Abby.
emergency."
I'm here to coordinate your wedding
I think I
day.
asked you for Advil, Zantac, Like
I need
every Tums.
Yeah.
I think y'all ended up giving me.
I gave you
I
Zofran
think
and
I had some, I
ibuprofen,
know I had some
think.
Tums.
Y'all gave me a hangover fizz thing you put in a drink.
So, yeah.
I forgot what that was called. It was like a little.
Emergencies.
It looked like a huge sweet
Uh-huh.
tart that you drop in a drink and it fizzes up.
Mm-hmm.
I felt good after that.
Is that an Alka-Seltzer?
Maybe
It
so.
was
I
something
don't
like
know.
that. Literally
I
on
think
the
it was in
package.
a little emergency kit.
No,
Probably.
somebody at the venue gave me this.
Oh, did
Like,
they?
and I got nothing.
'Cause
The only thing
I-
I got out of yours was a heartburn pill. Somebody else handed me 4 different pills and a thing. I don't remember who it was, but put it in a drink.
I think those were
felt
the
good after
next
that.
words. I came back, circled back to you, and you were like, "Yeah, I got this. I was like, "Okay, well, let me know if you need anything."
On that thing, it literally said cure hangovers. I'm like, perfect.
There you
I think
go.
I'll feel that. Like, I think my eyes were sunk in the back of my head. I was white, haven't eaten.
You were just nervous. It was a lot of emotions, and you didn't
Yes.
feel well. I mean, that's another really big piece of advice. Don't drink too much
Yes.
before
Not
your
the
wedding day. Hindsight 2020.
Hey, I hit it well though. Nobody would have known.
No,
Besides me complaining that
Yeah.
I need hangover medicine.
everybody would just thought you were very nervous. And,
Yeah, that's it.
and you were.
I was like, that he was. That was natural.
Right, right. No, I love all of that. So, wedding, planning, the proposal, all came and went. Everything was smooth. Looking back on it, you guys wouldn't necessarily change anything other than maybe not to sweat the small things, but
Yes.
we know that general advice. Like, absolutely. So, since the wedding has happened, how do you feel like y'all's relationship dynamic has changed at all?
I feel like it has in the sense that we are waiting around to see about the banana bowl. So
Mhm.
we're trying to figure out where we want to live. Obviously, we don't have that figured out yet, but once we get an answer, we do plan on moving to Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Finally being able to live together since we have been doing long distance and living with my parents and here and there, just
Yeah.
all over the place. So I think it'll be a lot better once we figure out the
We're
banana bowl thing.
definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming. That's the hard part about
Baseball life.
marrying me, you know. So.
Yeah.
Or marrying a guy that's in pro ball.
Yeah,
So it's
it's
tough. Like
part of
it's
it.
not easy.
Anything
Obviously you
travel
want your
related
own
like that.
space, but it's just you're always, whether you're gone, whether you're not making enough, whether you can even afford it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So that all goes into effect of it. And then obviously this year was kind of prolonging things because I didn't think that this was going to come about, but the
Mhm.
Savannah Bananas, and it did. So now we're back in another waiting period to this is what we're going to do, or
What's plan B?
I'm about to go to LinkedIn and put in a job application. Or I've thought about several different things. I got options. It's just
Mhm.
more of like what's best going to suit me.
Yeah.
Whether that's, and I've thought about going full time into social media as well. And not full time. I would go work at, I'd go give pitching lessons, and then
Right.
do social media on the
You
side as
have
well.
enough skills.
Because I didn't get into social media until I got with the Savannah Bananas in June.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of saw how stuff started unraveling with it, whether it's blowing your social media up or just in simple terms, the income that could be tied into social media. You don't know what comes with it. Brand deals,
Right.
just going live and doing certain things.
Well, and like
or
you
just-
mentioned teaching pitching lessons, like
Mhm.
leaning into that and those skills that you have and the passion that you have for baseball,
Right.
like that
Being
can
able to do both.
go hand in hand with social media. Like
Correct.
it can be lessons like that, something virtual with YouTube. Like
There's
the
options out
options are
there.
endless.
Mhm.
You just got to take a risk and go do it because you're never
Mhm.
going to know whether you go do it.
Figure out
Especially
what
with
you
the power
like.
of social media these days.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like social media. Let's get to that.
I know, I had to beg him to make TikToks.
I hated
beg
it.
him to do these photo shoots,
The,
and now he's
um,
the one that's begging me.
You were the guy when like friends ask for a picture of the boyfriend, and it's like
I'm having a search.
the 8-year-old photo holding up the fish or
Yeah.
something.
Like
No
we
TikTok. He had like 12 followers when he started,
literally 12.
and now he's surpassing me.
I don't even want to talk about TikTok followers, y'all. I'll be entertaining my family photographer and y'all. Like,
Yeah, so I just started getting into TikTok. I never would post a video posting. You want me to set my phone up and do a dance? Like, no. But now I'm just ripping it out in the middle of the grocery store.
no.
Like, here we go. And she gets embarrassed of me. I'm like, you wanted me to do this, so here
I
we
mean,
are.
same. I'm at that same level in my head. So
Yeah.
I get
I
it.
just got to the point where, with social media, you just got to get to the point where it's like,
You
just
don't care.
you don't care.
Yeah.
And you have to be consistent. That's the main
just
thing we
don't
learned.
care.
Consistency.
If you start caring, I don't want to post this because of this, or I said this, or whatever, just post.
Yeah.
If it doesn't blow up, it doesn't blow up.
Well, don't people say everything is content?
Everything is. It really
Everything
is.
is content.
It is. Well, and Savannah, with your career, like,
I mean, thankfully I have the flexibility. I can just
yeah,
pick up and move and find a job wherever.
absolutely.
Doing whatever. So
For sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
that's gonna
So, but I guess, like, dynamic wise as husband and wife, like, your relationship itself is the same
Yeah.
after you get married. Like, I feel like that's a question that a lot of newly married couples are asked is like, well, how is your relationship different? It really shouldn't be that much more
Right,
different,
yeah.
honestly. Like, you should have had that solid foundation already in place
For
Right.
sure.
when you were dating, and then that's why you got engaged, and that's obviously why you got married. So the only thing that happens is it just grows stronger. And
The only difference that I would say is that it was normal when I was still playing pro ball, and she was went
We're
to
doing
went to
long
school,
distance,
but she
no,
went to
we're
school
not.
to go to be a nurse, and she got that, and there she is, and she has flexibility to move around. The difference with me is that I didn't go to school to do that. I didn't grow up or graduate to go work this 9 to 5 or go work this. So it's like when I did get released, that was a hard part. Tell me if I'm wrong, that I think that she would have a hard time understanding where I was coming from, that was not me. So like, if I just went and jumped into a 9 to 5 or whatever, that's not me.
completely different from anything
So
you
I
ever
wouldn't
experienced.
I wouldn't really be happy with that, and I know that she wanted me to, okay, let's figure out what we're gonna do, like blah blah blah, and it's like, hey, look, I'm just letting you know right now, like that this is not me. So it's like we gotta figure out. And I had to like kind of pour it out to her and tell her like, hey, just because I got released doesn't mean I'm just gonna
Oh,
go-
9 to
that's
5.
it.
go do this 9 to 5,
Yeah.
and like I still want to play my options out and figure out what I want to do,
Yeah.
and
Thankfully, but anyway.
Learning
Then
how to
all
support
came, and-
him through that
Oh yeah, it was definitely
life change.
Yeah.
right.
something in our marriage that we had to go through.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing that I would say that changed.
Yeah.
Didn't
Is
change
that-
for the bad. It didn't change for the good. It just kind of, we were still learning each other
Yeah.
at that time. That it was because now our lifestyle is different. Because now I'm not playing. So now I'm not gone for 8 months. So
Yeah.
we weren't used to that. And then we were already married, and now it's like, okay, our life just changed. So here we go.
But your life will always
Always
change.
It always
Yeah.
changes. Yeah.
When you have kids one day, like, that's going to be another dynamic that you just kind of have to learn. And then when they move out of the house, you're going to have to relearn how to be in the house together alone
sisters,
again.
yeah.
Like, there's...
It's always gonna be changed.
That's the point, is choosing to do it with a partner
Yeah.
and love them, be with them, support them through all of those life changes as they affect you or them or the both of you at the same time. So you just gotta make the choice to do it together.
Yep.
That's right.
Yes.
We're enjoying it.
I think the biggest advice for couples, anyways, is you're all human. You're not robots. So I think that's another big thing too. I don't know what she's thinking. She don't know what I'm thinking. Now we can tell each other what we're thinking, but I can't listen.
Can't assume.
I can't listen to her brain.
It's communicate.
She can't listen to my brain. So we have two totally separate brains.
Yep.
I know that sounds cliche to say, but it's just true.
That's the root
Same
of
thing
mine and
as
my
in-
husband's arguments. Look,
You were
I
raised
didn't know you
different.
were thinking that.
Right. You were raised
Didn't
completely
tell me.
different. I was raised completely different. So it's not like all of a sudden I can't change you. Now I can tell you how I was raised. You can tell me how you were raised. You can tell me what you believe in. I can tell you what I believe in. Now how can we mesh that together
Mm-hmm.
and make it work?
And
So,
the
I mean,
only way you can make it work is communication.
That's it.
And
That's it.
learning
Each other.
through the actions. I can tell you how I was raised, but you don't really know how that works until
Correct.
you see me
Because you never
acting
felt
it
it.
out.
Like you still never felt it. Like I can tell you all I want, but you don't know the feelings behind it.
Right.
And that was the first interaction we had with that was the wedding planning. She wanted a nobody.
Cause well,
like, a
yeah. Up until then,
destination,
y'all just been
and then I wanted.
Yeah, we've been
chilling,
cruising
hanging
Everybody.
out. We really love each other. We're gonna
Yeah.
maybe get married one day.
and she's
We're-
sitting there like, why don't you want what I want? And I'm sitting there, why don't you want what I want? So it was like that's when
Yeah.
we first really realized like, hey, we're two different people. I think we just gotta
Mhm.
we'll figure it out.
Yes. You're always two different people. Yes. And it's okay that you clash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your biggest piece of advice? That's going to be my next question for both of y'all is,
Like
if
marriage
nobody, yeah, any of it. If nobody hears anything that we talked about in this podcast, what is one thing you want to, like, stick in their heads?
Cool. I already answered your question.
I would probably say keep each other first. Like, don't let other people's opinions or family, friends, like, y'all's relationship is y'all's relationship. We've always tried to just settle it between ourselves, not, my mom said this, my friend said this. Like, just kind of keep it between the two of you. That's what I would say.
And I'll say that's a hard part early on is, don't let your parents this or
Early on, and I'm sure long distance too.
correct.
Yeah.
But it's just as in, yeah, you're married. Yeah, y'all, we come first for each other's life. But at the end of the day, who'd you go to for the last 24 years?
Your parents.
Your parents.
Or your friends. Or whatever.
It's just true. Is you went
Yeah.
to your parents for everything.
And
So
they've
it's
learned
like,
to go to each other now.
yes, that's the biggest thing.
Relearning that habit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, trying to flip that switch in your head.
And it's going to be a lot easier or a lot more learning to do when we do finally get our own place and we're gone.
Yes,
Yeah.
So that's going to help out
definitely.
tremendously. Like, hey, like, something bad happens today. Well, guess what?
You're
It's
going
me and
to
you.
me.
Like, I'm going to you. Like, who you want me to go to? My dad's 8 hours away. Your mom and dad's 8 hours away. Like,
We're husband and
It's
wife.
us.
Like,
Yeah.
wow, they're supposed to be.
you're in
Each
trouble.
other.
You're in
Yeah.
trouble somewhere. You calling mom? Am I calling dad? Like, Dad, I broke down the side of the road. Like, no, I need my wife here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no.
That's the big. Like, that would be
And-
a big thing for us to really mesh together there.
Yes.
When that happens.
I was talking with a friend about this recently. That's what it is. Y'all have left your immediate families, and now it's y'all. Y'all are the immediate family. Your parents are now your extended family, and that is how it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
Biblically, that's how it's called to be.
Right.
Like, that's the purpose. And yes, you can call dad, you can call mom. That's your village. That's your backing. But you guys are at the pinnacle of that, and then they're all the trickle down backing behind that to give you the support to let you to be the union that you're supposed to be. And it can be very hard to learn that and remember that.
Oh, for sure.
And like I said, much more difficult, I'm sure, being long distance. If y'all end up having to be long distance again or having to be long distance, like, so then all you got to do is go down the hall and call your mom and, hey, this is what's happening. No, let me pick up the phone and call my husband.
I think the biggest thing for her is, speaking for her here, but is why long distance was kind of easy because she grew up in a house with her dad always gone 2 weeks on, 2 weeks
with
off.
his career, yeah.
So she was used to seeing her mom there.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I know, like, if I can go into coaching, whether I'm coaching a college, whether I'm going into scouting, hey, I'm gone for a week, I'm gone for 2 weeks, hey, I'm working in the oil field. I don't know what 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off like that. I know that at that point, me being gone for that's not going to phase anything.
Right.
Like, we're going to be, she'd be like, all right,
It already,
go
you're already
shopping
aware of that
and,
like,
lifestyle.
yeah.
You've lived it
it's normal.
Yeah.
in some capacity.
Which makes me and our relationship a lot easier.
Y'all's dynamic.
Where it's
easier.
not like she's like, oh my God, you just agreed to this and you're gone for 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want you to do that.
Right.
Instead, it's like,
Go for it.
Okay. Is there anything else that y'all want to touch on that we maybe didn't talk about before I wrap it up?
Do you have anything?
I think we touched on
I
a lot.
don't think so. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Fun fact, this episode is obviously pre-recorded, but it will be published on Savannah and Tyler's anniversary. We double-checked the dates before we started recording, and it literally falls on their 1 year anniversary. So that's really cool. We didn't plan it this way. It just so happened to fall that way. So it's kind of
Cute.
Yeah, that's
Love it.
awesome.
cute,
That's
meant to
awesome.
be, whatever. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Maybe we'll have Savannah and Tyler back at their 5 year anniversary.
Nice.
That'd be
Something
cool.
like
That'd be cool. Follow me on all my socials.
Yes.
Tyler Hoffman
Oh,
is my name.
do y'all want to link your socials? I'll obviously always ask our vendors, like, where can clients find you? How do you want them to book you? Blah, 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 blah. I can link y'all's social medias
yeah.
in the episode notes if you'd like.
No, I'll get her to send them to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to shout them out or?
Tyler_Hoffman 44 is my TikTok. Tyler_Hoffman 12 is my Instagram.
I don't even know mine.
Oh, I know mine.
All right,
Told you I
guys.
got into social media, so.
Follow them. Yeah, and definitely follow along so you can see their journey
Yes.
with Banana Ball too. So, all right, bye guys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Hitch List.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share your wins and woes. We want to celebrate or commiserate with you.
Until next time, where creativity meets celebration and details matter.
Want to be featured as an event vendor on the Hitch List? Send us a message. We'd love to share your stories and behind the scenes moments.